also known as solar flares. What do we think of them? Well, first, what are they? Solar flares is the process of plasma erupting from the sun, and it takes about a couple days to reach the Earth. It hurtles towards us at 621 miles an hour, surprisingly. But the question is, what do they do? Well, they can bypass the magnetic barrier that is protecting the Earth, then they can cause a giant power shutdown throughout the whole Earth. It would cost a ton of money. Not to mention the workers would need a salary also. Not to mention that this could take months to finish because it is a big project. On the other hand, if we do invest in this and it turns out that the X and Y class solar flares, which are the most powerful by the way, do end up hitting our magnetic fields, we'd be safe.
How'd you get from over here to over there? How'd you teleport like that?
But if we don't invest in this project, however, think about what could happen. The solar flares would bypass our weak magnetic fields, and the power on the Earth would all shut down. Think about the hospitals. All of the power and then would be shut down. And the people, like, what's going to happen to them, you know? Also, what about the security-related purposes, such as alarms and security cameras? People are going to be able to rob a bank with ease. Or multiple banks, should I say. And lastly, like, what about people visiting others? Like, they can't go across the border because airplanes and cars, they would be inactive because of the electricity. So, the question is, do we decide to invest in it, or should we not? Well, in this case, I represent two different scenarios.
So do you really think it was a good idea to invest in protective barriers for solar flares? I mean, there really hasn't been much activity recently.
Well, I mean, now we have, like, a protective barrier, you know? It can, like, protect us for a very long time. So, honestly, it's, you know, it's better safe than sorry.
But this project costs, like, trillions of dollars. Do you even understand what we could have used this on? We could have done hospitals or education. We could have gotten ourselves out of national debt. But instead, we decided to build this big thing up there for pretty much no good reason. I mean, do we even know if there's going to be any solar activity? Do we actually have any proof?
Well, I'm sure the scientists have some kind of proof because to make that statement. Besides, the scientists did say that the sun is going to reach its solar peak in 2013.
But the scientists said that same exact thing in 2012. What makes you think that it's going to be any more different in 2013? What if this whole solar flare thing just doesn't even happen? I mean, that would just be a lot of money going to waste for no good reason if that happened like that.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I'm bored.
Well, get used to it, okay? I mean, a Y-class solar flare hit us, okay? We weren't protected. We did not invest in a magnetic field, and for that we pay the price. Now, all of the power around the world is going to be shut down, so there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, think about it this way. At least obesity won't be such a big deal. Get it? Big deal. I'm so bored.
Obesity? Come on, man. What about hospitals, okay? The people in them. I mean, they're gonna die. And firemen, you know, they can't respond to fires in the houses. And policemen, you know, they can't respond to emergencies. In businesses, they're gonna be hosed, okay? I mean, being active, sure, but that's like of little importance compared to everything else.
Well, we did take a risk not investing our fat stack and that protective barrier that we were supposed to put up. And so we decided to spend it on more important assets like healthcare and educational purposes.
It doesn't matter though, okay? It's all dead.
I guess we should have been more safe than sorry.
So, you just saw the two scenarios. So, the question is, what do we do? Should we invest money and be safe than sorry? Or should we not invest and risk what can happen to us? That's up to you to decide. This is Austin Thiele, signing out. Say that the solar activity on the sun is going to be the highest.
Just try to catch it. My God. All right. Go. What even happened? Right. Action.
What am I doing?
Go.
In the magnetic field and for that.
J.K. Rowling. Ah, come on, man. At least obesity's being a today.
What? I forgot my line.